station.
Talking property, talking technology now. Amira Sajwani is with us in the studio, founder and CEO of Pripto, a PropTech startup. Amira, thanks very much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So you say this is going to be a game changer within the industry. Give us the 30-second elevator pitch.
So Pripto is a platform that caters to not just buying a property, but the pre-services and post-services that a homeowner, a buyer, and a tenant, as well as the brokers in the market will require and are currently having obstacles in achieving to make the ownership process easy and simple.
I'm looking at a couple of the services you offer. One of them is Pripto Mortgage. So you help people find a mortgage. Another is Pripto, what you call RNPL, which is rent now, pay later. Essentially, if your landlord wants one check for the year, you can help spread it out over 12 months. And then a little bit later on, using blockchain technology, you're going to be offering fractional ownership of property. Can I start with the mortgage product?
Sure.
Because just a quick Google search revealed a number of players already in this space. Husby is the obvious one because they've just raised $37 million. But just scrolling down, you've got Mortgage Finder, part of the Property Finder empire. Allsop and Allsop have got a mortgage broker. I could go on, but you know the point I'm making. This is a competitive marketplace already.
Of course, mortgage is a competitive marketplace already, but the mortgage volume in the market is still not catered to the extent that it exists. In addition to that, I mean, obviously we as a family development company, DMAC, we process a lot of mortgages on our customers' behalf. So last year alone, we did 1.5 billion dirhams in mortgages just for our customers who walk into our office, want to buy a unit, and we just offer it as a pure service. In addition to that, 70% of our annual sales comes from brokers in the market who are happy to work with us or with Pripto now on this service as well for their other clients through other properties and secondary markets. So there's definitely still a large scope in the market for an entry, for a player to enter into that field because the market is so large in terms of mortgage, and the experts in the market are a handful of great people in the market, but they're a handful at the end of the day.
Just to people tuning in, I should remind them or make them aware that your day job is Managing Director, Sales and Development at DMAC Properties as well. So this is not your first rodeo when it comes to real estate.
This is not.
Is this just for people buying a DMAC property? Or
no,
can they
it
use
is an industry-wide solution. It will cater to everybody.
Is no one going to think, is there a conflict of interest here? Do I really want to use something that's associated with DMAC if I'm buying a property from MR or whoever else it may be?
That's a great question. You know, I'm sure some people will think that, but as soon as people start to use our service and understand the segregation that it is not a DMAC product, it is a services-oriented platform that is catered to the entire market, I think we're going to start to change that perception very quickly.
Rising interest rates. Overnight, you'll have seen the news, of course. You've got a master's degree in finance from the London School of Economics. There's nothing I can teach you about this stuff. Is there a risk that we see, not the wheels falling off the Dubai property market, but we see a significant slowdown in the property market and mortgage lending as interest rates rise?
Look, not at all, because it's Dubai. So the answer to that is yes, mortgage rates have gone up to 5%, 5.5%, but rent in Dubai has gone up 40% over the last 1 year. So a person who's buying a property who wants to stop paying rent annually is still in the money. In addition to that, Dubai's property market yields higher returns than the normal markets globally, which still justify the interest rates being paid off and the service charges being paid off, and a net amount still entering into the investors' pocket or into the homeowner's pocket who would have been paying rent regardless. So Dubai's market is still looking really, really ripe. We still have a lot of inflow from international interest after the way that the country handled the COVID situation. And the type of investors that are coming into Dubai right now is very, very healthy for the market. They're investors who are actually moving their families here after they saw how Dubai handled the COVID situation, after the new visa regulations, and after the new push into the market for company ownerships and startups and Vara being established as one of the startup hubs for virtual assets. You know, you have people like FTX and Binance moving here. And these companies, they bring employees, and employees bring families, and families need somewhere to live.
And we've had the influx of people, multinationals, bringing staff from Moscow and St. Petersburg
100%.
as well. What's the sweet spot for a mortgageable property in Dubai at the moment? We know the people who buy the 300 million dirham villa on the Palm, it's just got cash, and that's fine. But you said you did 1.5 billion dirhams worth of mortgages. Is it a 500,000 dirham?
The sweet 1.5 to 2 million dirhams, because it's usually around a townhouse or a apartment in downtown Business Bay. So that's usually the sweet spot ticket price. But people go as low as 600,000 and as high as 10 million, 20 million.
I remember I took out a mortgage to buy my first property in the Greens 19 years ago. It's a 2.5 bedroom for 600,000 dirhams.
Is it paid off yet?
I sold it a long time ago, but those were the days. What about mortgages for off-plan properties? Just asking for a friend, because typically the loan-to-value ratio is what, 50%?
50%. The loan-to-value ratio on an off-plan property is 50%, and the construction has to be up to 50 to 60%. It also has to be a Tier 1 developer. So Damak, Amar, Nakhil, these are Tier 1 developers that can facilitate, the banks will facilitate for, but the banks will not facilitate for any developer in the market that could be new and has no guarantee of construction.
30 seconds, what's Pripto going to look like in 5 years' time?
Pripto should be the go-to platform for all homeowners, buyers, brokers, and even tenants to go and service their apartments post-launch, post-buying. Doesn't have to be just to buy an apartment or a villa or a property. It can be to access the services that you need, even having a home already.
Great talking to you. Appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck with your startup. It's the voice of Amira Sajwani, founder and CEO of Pripto. Thank you.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Amira for joining us live in studio. All the best with Pripto. This is the